All right, we're going to do some drum tracking today. This is part 3 of me working on these exercises for Smells Like Teen Spirit. I've been doing some other lives. You can check out our live drum practice where I'm breaking down the whole beat of it. They're quicker, and then I think of it as a good thing to be able to hand off for students. So just trying to film these behind the scenes stuff where I'm going to spend an hour and a half, or actually I'm on day 3 of already filming this. Instead of me just keeping all this content and struggling on my own, I can share it with the world. So if you guys want to help support us making more videos like this, or if you have a need for sheet music, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. For $9.99, you can get 10 pieces of sheet music a month and help us grow our catalog, our library, and even suggest what you want, you know, either via exercises, videos, or sheet music. All right, so day 3, half the time I've been doing these, I've just been warming up. And then by the time I'm out of time, I'm fresh, I miss a day, and then I'm jumping back into it. So I ran through this yesterday for about half an hour, I think. Today's going to be a little bit of the same thing. I'm going to do like 45 minutes on this, and if it's gelling, keep going. If it's not, just, you know, pick it up, kind of with a goal of wrapping this by Wednesday. So the first idea that we have, and I'll just reiterate all of this. So the first idea is we're coming up with exercises for this beat in the beginning, because a lot of students struggle with this 1, E, and right? And even I struggle. You can hear my 16th notes on. It's perfectly lined up. Something like that. It'll get better as we go. So exercise number 1 is this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. I think it's just a good 16th note kick drum exercise. So we've been doing these at 55. We have a 6 measure run. I don't know if we want to do a 6 measure run. Well, we'll keep it 6 for now. Maybe. Sometimes what I see is like the first 2 measures are me just kind of getting used to it, and then I'm rolling. So we'll keep it 6 for now. We can always change it. When I do recording, quite often what I like to do is have 2 measures of break. So I can always kind of like recollect myself, whether it be a video like this, or if it's even a song that I'm tracking on my own for my band. So having that 2 bar loop just helps me, you know. And then also, you want a bar to end it. You want to be able to end, you know, think about things for a second and jump back in. So let's just do, we'll record these because it's good to listen back, but let's just jump in recording. But these first little bits are going to be more just warm up on the idea than anything else. In 55, it's pretty slow. Full speed would be 118. I don't know if we'd ever do these exercises at 118. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. It'd be good to do them at any tempo, but, you know, quite often I find out if we start at a slow tempo and learn how stuff sounds is as important as learning the mechanics of it. And a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. This next one, let's just do 8th notes. Because really, I mean, if you hear where this is landing, I got to count at the same time I'm talking. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. If I can get used to keeping this steady, I just really think that my foot, is just going in between those all, right? 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. Just trying to get that groove. So you can hear me rushing and pulling away from that metronome. Just have to kind of get centered and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and now, I don't think that one was good, but let's listen back anyway and just kind of see where we're at. See me fall off a little bit. Okay. We just have to improve from there. Easier said than done. Let's do 2 more of these, and then we're going to try to make our goal of getting through all 4 of these exercises. Exercise 4 is really just the beat, and then move to faster tempos. And instead of like laboring this part, understand that I might be doing this first one more as a warm-up and then coming back to it when I'm getting more of a groove. I do this a lot. I did this the other day on a song that I'm working on for my band. Instead of moving on, I just really worked on getting that intro mastered. Well, if you do just the intro for like an hour, you get really good at that. But after a while, you have to be like, all right, I'm gonna give myself 10 takes. After 10 takes, I'm moving on. Then 4, 5 sections down the road, you're like, oh, I'm really gelling now. Then go back and hit that intro. Then clean stuff up. Don't think it has to be perfect on the first time through. So I actually felt pretty good about the first 2, then first maybe 4 actually, and then it felt like shit. That one actually felt pretty good. I might have been late on that last kick. And again, right now, I got to get that mentality of I don't care. I'm just trying to find that groove for myself, whether it be kind of like just anticipating the beat a little bit, just getting into that feeling. Then as soon as you find that, you're just rocking and rolling. And 3 and so I feel like we could easily find 4 bars out of that. Now, again, I'll probably end up redoing that. That's okay. Don't go overboard like I do and try to make everything perfect, especially if the idea of this is a drum exercise video to hand to a student struggling on Smells Like Teen Spirit. Now, the reason I like how I just said that, and then like the reason I'm okay spending 4 hours on this, well, in all reality, the reason I am okay with it is like I want to get to the place where I'm warm, I'm ready, I can just go right away. And the only way that you do this is you do this 1,000 times. You film 1,000 videos like this, and eventually you'll be good at everything. All right, so this next beat is 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, and again, easy to rush these. All right, let's just we go to record and do some practices as we record. 1 E and a 2 E and a So I actually felt pretty good about that until I got a little distracted. The goal, I might be wrong by saying this, but in my mind, a lot of times when I'm playing, the goal is for me to just smash that metronome to the point where I don't hear it. If my flam, now this one's a little weird, right? Because there's a flam, so it's a little, I wouldn't say purposefully sloppy, but I'm not hitting. But if I can make that metronome disappear as I'm doing those flams, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. So that wasn't perfect, but I could actually live with that. We'll do a couple more, We'll do a couple more to make sure. Then I have some stuff to choose from as well. So same thing, just really trying to get that groove, not rush those 16th, or not rush that 8th note at the end. You kind of get this 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4, and it almost feels like it's out of time, right? Because you've done so many 1E, 2E, 3E, 4, and 1E, 2E. Just kind of, training your own ear for what to hear. E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a. So very sloppy on that metronome, but we'll do another couple more. And a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and. So really fell off in the last two, but the first four I found my groove. Two E and a 3E and a 4 and 1. Now I lost it completely. 4 and 1E, 2E, 3E, 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and. We'll see if we can do better. So my first measure was really good, and then I fell completely apart from the end to the one of the next measure. Not as bad as I thought, but just ugly when you listen to it with the metronome. All right, let's do it again. Just keep going. Get better every time. And sometimes you get a little worse. Then you need to move on. 3 and a 4 and. And 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and. So that was crap. But we will do it again. mind, I lost where one was. Okay, let's see if we got 4 measures out of that one. I might, like I said, come back to these. So yeah, I mean, the first measure was fine, and then I start falling off. We'll come back to it. And again, my goal for myself is I want to be able to play it. You know, that's my ambition out of doing these. Goal for most people, they just want to play the song. So this exercise, even doing this for 3 or 4 days, or maybe 5 days is what it takes me to get these all filmed, will help me play the song better. I'm struggling at getting this up to 118 on my own. I think top speeds have been like 100, 110 maybe, 105. So just separating stuff, breaking it apart will really help you guys put it all together. All right. So this one, I really like this one because we're going 1. All right. So it's 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E. Feel very much like we're baking a cake. Like here's 3 different ingredients, and then beat is when we're pulling it out of the oven. All right. So same thing. Just start recording and do some listen backs and see where we're at. What's interesting about this one is it's the kick or it's the click, and then it's 1 and a 2 and a 3. So again, hey bro, Harry Childs, thanks for saying that, my guy. Harry's right though. He said keep it up. This is why I didn't say these aren't live done practicing. These are live practices, right? Like you kind of be sloppy when you're playing in the beginning. Sad thing is I've been playing for quite a few years, but I'm starting to take it more serious and try to get to a higher level. One and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Played the wrong thing there. What I really like about this one more than the other ones helps you hear where you're rushing. You can hear if I go 1E and then right after I'm done with that kick, if you're not hearing a click right after it, you've made a mistake, right? 1 and a 2. All right, let's put the click back in. Let's just delete that because sometimes Logic is a little wonky if I'm missing a measure out of my loop. Now, I don't know why that one's easier for me than the other ones. Do a couple more. And we're probably going to start over. Last kick was a little wonky. Let's do one more. And a 2, 3. Shit, I couldn't see what I was counting. 1, 2. definitely late on that last kick. Let's listen to the middle, like the middle 4, maybe the middle 3, but those sound decent. We'll just listen to it from the beginning, though. All right, so, okay, average at best. Let's listen to the one before that. Hopefully my comps are set. Looks like they are. So of the 3 that I probably did, or did I do 4? 3. That's one I like the best. Again, might end up redoing them all. Now I should hopefully be like getting a little sense of a groove down. So let's just start over from exercise 1. More practicing this stuff is never gonna hurt you. Never gonna hurt me either. So we'll just do a couple more. We're really trying to get a tight 1 E and 2. Again, rhythmic relationships. It's probably a term that's actually exists, but I'm kind of making it up for myself. I want to hear those 16th notes, how they interact. Or you could think of these as 8th notes. I mean, you could think of both of them as 8th notes if you wanted to, but 1 E and 2 E and that call and response, that rhythm relationship, made up term by me just now. All right, so let's jump back into this one. I'm gonna do a whole section of. Often if I'm tracking guitar parts, I will do it where I'm just hitting a mute the whole time and just kind of getting the groove for it. So Harry Child says, I'm a trumpeter and I find it difficult to read the percussion score, but these simple rhythms help. Dude, you're welcome, my guy. Probably everyone take a drink every time I say my guy, and we'll all be drunk really, really soon. This is kind of how I feel like when I'm breaking stuff down in lessons. And really what I've been trying to do in the last like 6 months to years, like try to like, I don't know, I've been a really good teacher, not a phenomenal player, and trying to move some of that to video and even to exercises where like I feel like what I can do really quickly with the students be like, oh, they don't understand how these kicks work. All right, let's break down this idea. You know, let's learn how to count this. Putting those things together is something that I'm really good at in person, one-on-one. Online, I'm like, I haven't figured out how to do this yet. Okay, but yeah, I love the idea of like stripping away half the rhythm all the time. The other thing that I really like about our sheet music is everything feet-wise is going down, okay? So if a stem is pointing down, it's easier to read because your feet's doing it. Everything up is hands. And then you're just like removing a section of it and then slowly putting it all back together. So you actually learn to read the rhythms. You learn to understand this stuff versus like, I don't know. I have so many kids that, I'm going to call it mimic. Yeah, I know mimicking is a great way to put it. Where I play it once, they play it once. I play it once, they play it once. Well, they're not really learning. They're parodying. I like that term better. They're parodying the idea of it. Now, that's actually a really good place to start, too, which I think, you know, concepts of these videos could work as well. You've seen me play it. You see me play it poorly. You could skip to the end and see me play it better. And then from there, you can be like, oh, that's how that sounds. Now, what I always try to tell students or somebody who's new to this, while you're doing that, just stare at the sheet music and pretend it's karaoke. Eventually what will happen is that sheet music will learn to speak to you. Then you'll go to an insane asylum. But before you go to the insane asylum, you'll learn how to read sheet music at a high level just by doing that over and over again. All right. Harry, good input. And trumpet, bro, I couldn't even imagine. I played saxophone for like a hot minute, and by that I mean I never actually learned anything. My parents were not too happy about that. All right, so we're going to do one of these just to get this rhythm down. We're going to do exercise 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 is the beat, and then we're going to move on to a faster tempo. It might be better. This might be day 17 we'll be doing pretty quickly. Maybe we're doing day 17 now, I just don't know about it. All right, let's make this look a little pretty. Perfect. All right. Just getting the 8th notes down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and often find it helps me too to count this out. You know, even if I'm not, dude, awesome. I try, dude, later today I might be doing a piano one. You gotta watch me fail. Dude, I know you're not a drummer, but I feel like piano music is way harder than drum notation. Drum notation is in some ways simplified because I have 4 appendages, right? So the worst case scenario is I have 4 things going on at once. Piano players, you could literally have 10 things because you have 10 fingers. That I find way harder. There's a jazz song I've been working on for a student that just kicks my butt. Playing the 8th notes and counting. Oh, let's do this. I'm making an exercise of an exercise of an exercise. It'd be interesting to just play 1 and 2 but while counting. Oh shoot, can my brain do it? So 1 E, E, I'm trying to. It's easier for me to go 1 E and It's harder for me to go E, which is probably my rhythm deficiency, right? Like I'm not hearing that offbeat. I'm not hearing that up strum if I was playing guitar. 1 E and 2 E and You know, without metronome, I can have a little flow to me. So Harry says, from grade 8, I did 3 staves in the key of F sharp major, 6 sharps. Dude, I know that's difficult. My brother played trumpet when he was in high school, and it's not easy stuff. Yeah, that's an instrument. So like woodwinds and brass, and like I said, be brass technically. I just never. I hated saxophone. Actually, I like the idea of saxophone. I thought it sounded really cool when I was a kid. I hated this. The taste of the reed in my mouth, I think, still scars me, and I'm 41 at this point, and that had to be like 9 or 10 years old at the time. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and E. Yeah. That's something that I'm going to work on is not saxophone. Is saying this while playing this while saying E and I think would be enough to throw my brain off. The other thing I like for my recording is if I do this for a measure, it's usually signifying 2 things for me. I'll let this finish out. It's signifying that I'm starting over on something. So like for me, it's a good place to come back. Like I can go, oh, hey, I can't see what take we're on, but like say it was take 8. I know take 8, I was like recalibrating. So it usually means the take after I'm going to be happy with, or the take before I was probably happy with. Harry, nice chatting with you. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your Monday night. So it kind of like just gives me, via the logic file, you can see like there's just these mutes or these X's in there. X's is what the sheet music is. It just hits though, right? And I can see it's not a regular drum pattern. So for me, it goes quicker for me to find like, oh, that's that spot in the song that I did another take or I changed something up. All right. This time we'll count in and we'll do a couple and see how we do. So better than when we started. You would hope so. And 3 E and 4, and then I fall apart. Not bad. We're going to do one more. And the one I like was before this one, though. definitely that last kick was off. We'll listen back. I don't want to. I want to move on, but this is the one that I thought was good, where that one took me at least 2 measures to get into it. So we could tighten that up with quantization for sure. And then it gets really ugly. All right, let's listen to the last one we did and see if it's anything better. Here I don't mind. This is not bad. Then it, again, falls apart. So ideally, I would do 4 measures in a row. Worst case scenario is I just pop 2 out and call it good. All right, definitely better than when we started. Let's do this next section and see if we can get this better than when we started. And then we'll go to faster tempos. So exercise 2, 1E, 2E, 3E, 4. Yeah, 4, and that concerned me. Boo-doo. Do 2E and a 3E and a. Meh is what my response is. Not terrible. Three E and a 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and. So I don't want to stop the recording. I just want to keep this one rolling. It's that space on the offbeat. Again, let me stop the recording because it's hard to talk with that click in my ear. This exercise allows me to really zone in and focus on stuff. Again, playing with metronome, slow tempos, it's good. You can analyze what you're actually doing. And then chances are if I'm rushing that offbeat, did not say it in the right way at all. All right, so we got to make sure we're not rushing that end because then I'm always early onto the next one. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a. All right, let's try it. And a 3E and a 4 and 1. There's some good ones in there. There's some really bad ones in there too. Felt good on 4 and then said goodbye to playing in time and being good. And a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a 2E and a. All right. We're going to listen to that one. I don't know. Was it the last one, I think? Let's listen to that. Because I'm going to not totally go insane with my pickiness, because I'm going to do more tempos, and we'll do faster, and it might start clicking at a faster tempo. It's one of those things, you know, like you push your tempos fast, go fast, and push them low, and then you're going to find this happy medium of like, oh, I know how to play this now. I know how to keep everything together. Some of this is shit. I think some of it was okay. Yeah, I could probably live with that one to make that work. So just for saving some of my own sanity. And again, if I comp this all tomorrow and it's not working, I'll just do it again. Doesn't hurt to do. All right, so this is that. Actually, this one I felt like pretty good about, but again, redoing it is just going to tighten it up. So it's that 1 and a 2 and a 3. Let's move this just a little bit. The other thing, let's look at, my playback is just a little obnoxious. Of course, it won't show me because all the record's on, so let's do it this way. Oh, yeah, that's what we want to hear, that guy's voice. 3 and a, it's not that. Like, that's atrocious for me to listen back to. I also feel like the records were a different setting, weren't they? Yep, clearly were. I don't want to change my metronome because I'm digging that. Let's turn down these too high, or the overheads. And give myself a little bit of... This is me adjusting the template. Megatron, my guy, what's up? How's your Monday? It feels like Saturday today. How's your Monday going? I really can't see the rest of these channels from where I'm sitting, so I'm just kind of guessing which ones. It's probably not these toms that are obnoxious. I'm guessing it's just the overheads. Let's give them a little bit less. As long as we have decent listening back. I know that snare is crazy loud. Already sounds better to me, though. Yeah, much more palatable for me. That's not the right one. All right. Okay. And let's save that, because that'll be a new headphone mix for me, which will be a little bit nicer than trying to go deaf. Good, man. Good, man. Did you have the day off? I did. Sorry. I asked you, and then I answered for myself. I had the day off from the lessons, which was nice. A little bit of a break. Okay. Gotta get this groove back into my head, though. 1 and a 2 and a 3. All right, let's try it. And 2 and a 3. Forgot how to play it. 1 and a 2 E and a 3. We'll just come in on the next time. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we definitely need to do some more of those. And 2. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. And a 2 and a. And again, halfway through, I forget how to play it. We'll do one more. And a 3 and a 4 and. Make sure I'm counting from 1. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. All right, let's listen back to that one. I think it was, overall, I'd give it pretty decent. Was it spectacular? No, not everything's going to be, though. Yeah. Like I said, chances are I'll just cut 4 measures out of it anyway. Don't need all 6. Or maybe I'll do... oftentimes what I do is just make it into a loop anyway. So find like 4 good measures. In Logic, just loop, 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 loop. Throw a video on top and then send it to a student and say, work this. Start from the bottom, go all the way to the top, and get better at it. Slowest tempo you can. All right, so let's do the whole beat. Same idea. This is what we're working towards, putting that all together. So this is actually that first measure in Smells Like Teen Spirit. It gets used a lot. I think it gets used like 3 or 4 other, at least 2 other times in the song. Or even like the idea of these flams and kicks get used throughout the song. So I know at the end of the chorus, he does kind of like a breakdown of it with drum fill and whatnot. All right, so we got 1 E and same thing. Got to watch that end of 4. 1 E and 2 E and and this is going to be slow, but we got to, we got to be able to play it slow, play it fast. And 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and so this would be a little bit of warm up. So I feel like my kicks are always a little bit 1 E and 2 E and yeah, we're making some mistakes. So clearly I need to work on my exercises more. So it's funny, you work on these 16 notes, ba-da, 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 and the last is, you gotta wait for it. I'm gonna play some 16th notes with this and just try to fill out the rhythm with the hi-hat a little bit. And 3 and 4 and probably should start on 1. All right, let's we don't need to keep any of that, but let's do some more. And again, this might be a bad tempo for me. No, that's me making excuses now because I just need to work on it more. Going up to a faster tempo, it might magically, if we've done this before, it magically just clicks and I'm good at it. Like you would perceive that these other 47 minutes have not happened yet. It might not be the case. We'll find out. But we got to do this first to get there. 3 and 4. tell by the look in my face, it's not going well. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and try again. It was good until I really rushed that 4, and then the whole measure fell apart. Start over. All right, so this is what I'm feeling right now. I feel like that's not going to get any better. But I want to try these. I don't know. I'm just going to try this. This is where I'm at right now. We're going to try this exercise 1 at, what is it, 70? Tell me that doesn't say 95. It definitely shouldn't be 95. We're not jumping up from 55 to 95. Because then I don't think I even have full speed for... No, I definitely don't. Let's split the difference. This is 106, 55. Whew, math skills. I think that says 95. I can't see it perfectly from here. Let's slow it down to, let's do 80. So 55 to 80 seems like a way better jump for where I'm at. Now the other hard thing, that looks like 80. So good luck. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go 1E. Let's see how fast 80 is. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... Oh yeah, we're not ready for that at all. This is 55. Let's go 75. It won't let me do that. Perfect. 75. Here's where we're at. Let's just be honest with each other, guys. I'm going to play this at 75. It's not going to go well. I'm going to do all 4 exercises. Then, as soon as I'm done, we're about an hour in, yeah. Then I'm going to go back to exercise 1, 2, 3, 4 at that slower tempo, because that's really just, this is where I need to practice to get ready to record this. I just happen to be recording it as we go, which doesn't hurt. Like, you know, you get that feedback of listening back and going, oh, I'm pretty far ways away from this. All right, let's get these eighth notes going. Let's just hear that. 1E and oh my God. I don't even think I can approach this at this time. All right, so let's do instead. Whew. What did I have for my slow tempo? So we had 45, we had 55. We're going to change the, what was this, 75? No, that's the, we're going to change 75 to 70, not 69. I might just be stuck. 71. I feel like 71 would make less people laugh. All right. So let's just see if we can get these 16th note kicks. Now, again, even if you're not learning Smells Like Teen Spirit, like this is just a good foot exercise that obviously I need to work on because I can't play it at 70, 75, 71, 69. 71's fine. So let's just see if we can get these. Right now, it's so fast for me, I'm struggling to hear 1E and up, which is funny because I played at like 110. So I'm able to do it. It's just wasn't happening. I'm able to play the idea of it for sure. Just keeping it going. And a 4E and a 1. Okay, so I probably could have played 75 now that I'm hearing it, right? But in my mind, the idea of these exercises should be to gradually work myself up, because also, like, my plan is, like, doing these exercises for 3 or 4 days are going to kick my ass, and then I'll be able to play the song. But same thing for a student. It should be this gradual ladder of, like, okay, here's this exercise a little faster, and then find a metronome and do it by yourself. All right, let's do some more. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and why as soon as I try to play that it's good. It's good. If I start bleeding, it's good. It's good. It means it's good for me. And a 2 E and a 1 and 2 and as soon as it starts going, it's hard for me to go. Yeah, even that. It's just, I think of it very much like upstrum on guitar. Ta, bo, ta, boop, ta, boop, ta. Yeah, all right. Again. And 3 and a 4 and terrible, but there were 1 or 2 in there that was halfway decent, and I ruined it with that late kick. So we'll just do a couple more, and then we're going to jump back to that slower tempo and see if I can smooth that out. Yeah, as soon as I try to get back on with that click, it throws me all the way off. All right, guys, let's try this. Hopefully, by pushing at a tempo that I'm not good at, I can go back to a tempo that's still not good at, but hopefully, like get my bearings better. 2 and a 3 and a 4. Definitely makes it easier, you know. Still got to get it into the groove. So again, all of these sound like there's like 1 or 2 that's pretty close, and then I just can't keep it up. So this is 100%, even though this is day 3 for me, 100% just going to be a get your butt kicked, come back tomorrow, lick your wounds a little bit, play it again. Like that's not even in time. I think around here I start maybe getting in time. Yeah, you can just hear me having to pull back and slow everything down. Let's do a couple more. Actually for fun, and this is not actual fun, this is more like beating my head against the wall kind of fun. Let's do this faster tempo a couple more times. Just really focused on getting this idea down, and again, there's a small chance that I'll scratch this whole video idea. I do like these exercises though. I like conceptually like the idea of handing this off to a student. Like, here, Here's how I would break this beat down and then go play it. And the other thing is there's some kids that like to learn from songs, and there's some kids that could care less. They just put something in front of them. That's the kid that I'd love to hand this to, of saying, like, practice this. Don't even worry about connecting it to the idea of the beat. Just get into going 1 E and 2 E and You know, it says how much growth I have to gain as a drummer yet. The fact that it's challenging me for do a pattern like that. So, all right, we're gonna try the fast tempo at a couple times, and then we'll do the slow tempo, and then we'll see where we're at. So not bad, other than not leaving space in that 4. You can hear where like my 4 and then I have like a minute of wait time is what it feels like in my head to get to the next one. Just back and forth. Da 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 da. That was good. Let's count that though. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. And then I start hiccuping. Some of it is for me just getting that pedal to, I mean, it's a drum pedal exercise, right? Keeping that moving while going. All right. This is good stuff. It's brutal. It's ugly. It's not fun, but it's good. And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and yeah, that's a lot of like concentration skills. Let's do one more, and then we'll go slow again. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough for me to hold on to it. All right. We're going to do the slow one. We're going to do it for a little bit, see how we feel, and go from there. Really, at this point, I don't even feel like tackling the rest of them. I feel like this might just be the exercise I need to work on for 3 or 4 days. Brutal. What I've learned, especially from doing these lives and just from teaching, more practicing, you get this incremental gain. Tomorrow I will be a little bit better at this. The next day I'll be a little bit better. All of a sudden it just clicks. And these parts that you're struggling on, as long as you approach them the right way. And I think mechanically the way that I'm doing these things are good. Skill set wise, I just don't have it yet. It will be developed from doing these exercises though. I guarantee. All right, so same idea. Let's get that at a slower tempo. See how slow this tempo is. In the middle, that one felt pretty good. Same thing. Near the end, that one felt, I don't have a mouse there. Let's listen to like the last 4 measures. We'll listen to a measure into it, and then maybe the last 4 were decent enough to make something out of. All right, let's just start from 1. So this is all crap. Still crap. There, you just hear how much I had to slow down to get in time. So just those last 3 are more playing in time is more what I'm looking for, if you guys are surprised by that. Well, let's see. We're an hour in. Let's be punished. Let's punish ourselves. Let's do a little bit more of this. We'll keep this tempo. We'll keep it slow. That was better. We'll do one more to make sure I'm happy. Definitely felt like the one before today. On that one, I started slipping a little bit. All right, let's listen to that one, see if it is good enough. And maybe even good enough for today. Might be enough of a goal. So a little rushing, but there I start pulling it back. Yeah. I could probably get 4 measures out of that to make that work. So let's keep that. Let's try this faster one again. You know, and you got to kind of choose where your mental wherewithal. Like right now, I know I can push myself a little bit. I know my desired outcome of this right now is just the practice. Like if I got these done, that'd be great. I know that I'm not going to get these done though. Like I'm not going to start grooving until I'm not going to be flowing smooth on this, which you could say is grooving, until Wednesday. I just, you know, kind of know where I'm at. And that's okay. So it's kind of submitting to the process, saying like, yeah, why not spend 10 more minutes on just practicing this idea, getting this idea down over and over again. Then give yourself a day of rest, you know, try to like figure it out on drums. Let your brain just kind of meld and see what happens. All right, this faster tempo, which pushes. But also let's mute this, otherwise it's gonna be loud. One E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and so not in time at all. Let's do a couple more though. And 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, guys, that's challenging for me to do. That upbeat on the kick. It's more that anytime you're hitting a kick, right? Like my foot needs to get ready to go, and that get ready to go is what's causing me, you know, issues. All right, we're not going to worry about that tempo right now. Kind of feel like for today we might be done, but because I do like to watch myself suffer, let's try exercise 2. Some of the stuff gets, figured out behind in the scenes of your brain, and then you come to play it, it gets better. Sometimes it gets worse, Be the judge of which today you saw. I think it both got better and worse a little bit. All right, so this is that 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 3E. Let's hear how fast 55 is. 2E and a 3E and a 4. All right, let's do a couple. Totally in my head thought it was the other one. I don't know what I was thinking. Actually was feeling pretty good. I'm gonna listen to that and actually make sure I'm not lying to myself. I don't have split personalities yet. If I keep doing these videos, I might get a split personality though. So in my mind, I'm just in a good way crushing that metronome. Bada, bada, bada. Really teaching my leg. I'm not gonna play this too loud because it's all on yet. Hearing that bada, bada, bada in my head and getting that groove down. So that sounded good. I don't keep it past 4 measures, I think. Don't even have it there. There's some good ones there. You could hear me learning how to pull it back though a little bit, and that's why. So it's kind of like the differences between, I don't know why my voice raises like that, but the differences between me doing these live videos, which is, I'm sorry, these are both lives. When I'm doing a sheet music run through, I'm just trying to like get through the whole song, get the tempo up, work on small sections, get that up. Where here I'm like really pinpointing some exercises, and I felt like what was happening is if I just did those lives over and over again, I get better. I might miss a nuance there, and I'm missing some of this tracking feedback stuff as well. Just hearing yourself back, really, really focusing on that metronome. Hopefully I'm focusing on the metronome all the time, but you know what I'm saying as I speak in my overly monotone voice. So I probably had one of this offbeat one that I already liked. Didn't keep it though. It didn't look like I kept it. So let's just do another one. And again, I know, redundant as can be, but I'll probably, unless I just love these all, tomorrow I'm going to be doing them all again. And then probably going 55, I guess 70 is a good number for me. Okay. So this is the one, I need to quit moving my mouse. B, I need to have this exercise. And a 3, and a 4, and. So all of them were feeling good except for that last one where I chose to look at the music to see how far off I was. But I felt like I was getting a good groove for that. And a 2, and a. Yeah, I feel like that might be serviceable. Now, what I really think I should do, just to kind of help myself be prepared for tomorrow, is jump in on exercise 2 at that faster tempo. Just kind of do this as like a little bit of a pre-warm-up for tomorrow. No reason to try the beat because, not the beat, but exercise 1 at that faster tempo was garbage. So I've done enough of that, and we probably have it like where we want it to be. We just have to level up a little bit. So this should be exercise 2, and we're gonna do that 1 E and 2 E and. All right. See what happens. Let's undo that, and let's make sure we have this. And a 4 and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 and 1 E. And a 4 and last kick. I was starting to get a groove with it, starting to get to the place where that metronome was disappearing. Again, kind of a warm-up for tomorrow more than anything I'm concerned with. Just listen, though. So a little bit everywhere until I kind of start settling in. Let's do a couple more. Shit. It's hard. Where I'm struggling right now that I was getting the groove going, to kind of count that in my head. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and just keep that going over multiple measures. Again, why this is a warm-up for tomorrow. All right. I don't need to keep on struggling that much live. Let's do the last exercise. At least, I can say I solidified everything. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. See what happens. Can't get worse. I don't think it can anyway. And a 2 and a 3. And a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and 1. It can get worse. It can get worse. All right, guys, that was a pretty long practice for me, so we're going to call it a good night. If you guys want to help support us making more lesson content, things that will help you maybe kind of, obviously I need to work on this, but maybe by me working on this can help you guys learn it, or even give you the motivation to go, shit, that guy can do it. I could probably do it too. Become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. We appreciate you guys' support. You guys have a